Okay, I have two units. Okay, I have two units of this L390. As you can see, there's one more at the back here. Okay, these two units are actually in a very good condition. If you can take a look. Okay, this is off a lease from manufacturing facilities. Okay, this one is actually my mouse receiver. Okay, it's not something extra on the laptop. It has a fingerprint scanner, right? Now L series L390 is like the younger brother of the X series, right? And of course it comes, what does it have? It has a SD card reader at the side. Okay, there's let me see whether I can zoom this in or out. Okay, there is a SD card reader here. Okay, there's a SD card reader here. There's an audio jack here. There's a USB 3. This one is an extension for you to use adapter for Ethernet. There is a Kensington lock on this side. On this side, what do you have? You actually have, let me try to zoom in back again. Okay, you actually have a HDMI. Okay, you have a HDMI here, and then you actually have another USB 3 here, which I am using it for my mouse receiver. Okay, let me zoom in. It gets a bit weird when this. Okay, and then there's two USB-C. Okay, one of them is for charging the laptop, but actually you can use either one to charge the laptop. Okay, doesn't matter. This is a very middle of the ground kind of a laptop for Lenovo. Okay, very popular in office setting. A lot of officers actually use this, right? And then both of them are coming in a very good condition. Okay, let me just turn it around. Okay, hardly any signs of wear. Okay, same thing goes for the other one. Hardly any signs of wear on this as well. Now, what is the difference between these two? Both of them came to me with the same configuration. So what we did is, whenever we receive any laptop that is pre-owned, right, we normally do all the checking, thorough checking, and what we did for this particular laptop is we actually changed the thermal paste on both of these laptops, right? And for this particular one that I'm holding in my hand, I have upgraded the RAM to 32 gig of RAM, and the SSD is 1 terabyte. So on this you have 32 gig of RAM and 1 terabyte. On that you actually have the standard mode that actually supplied by Lenovo, which is 16 gig of RAM and 256 gig of SSD. Okay, but this one I actually went and upgraded to 32 gigs of RAM. Because some people may have, because this is supposed to be used in a factory environment, most people may have a lot of multitasking data to do, a lot of Excel files to open, right? Maybe you are doing some accounting. So for this, I actually went and upgraded one of them. Right? So that is a screensaver. I need to just sign in with nothing, no password set. So Control Shift Escape. Let's bring this up. Okay, so you can see on this particular unit, there is a i5 with 8 Gen with a 32 gig of RAM. Don't know whether I can zoom in any further to make it clearer. Okay, this is 32 gig of RAM, and then it comes with 1 terabyte SSD, right? Hardly used because there's nothing, no data yet. And this one comes pre-installed with Office 2019. Okay, Office 2019 license copy, so you don't actually have to worry about installing your Office. Is activated license. Okay, product is activated, and pretty much you can just buy and run with it. Okay, nothing for you to do any further with this. You can straight away use it for your day-to-day use. The screen is very nice. It's a 1080 screen, full HD, right? Full HD screen. Similarly, the other unit also as well. But only difference is this one now upgraded to 32 gig and 1 terabyte of SSD, 32 gig of RAM, right? Now the weight is about 1.3 something kg. This is slightly heavier than the X 390. This is L390. Okay, the condition, as I just kept mentioning a few times, this is amazingly good, and it also comes with a what do you call a backlight keyboard. Okay, you can actually increase your keyboard brightness. 3 levels of keyboard brightness. I think 2 levels of keyboard brightness. So the keyboard actually has a backlight. So some of you like to do work very late at night in darkness, so the keyboard light may help you. Okay, you might find it interesting to use, right? Very clean. What I like about all these laptops is they come in almost a very pristine condition. This one has a fingerprint scanner but no IR camera, so you can use a fingerprint to log in, but you can't use your face. Okay, because this is actually meant a lot for work use. Okay, a lot for work use. Most of the companies actually purchase this for their staff. In fact, this is also coming from one of the companies. Okay, I don't want to mention the name. Okay, but this has been off lease by them. It's written off their books, but you see the condition is so damn good. So we are actually sourcing for things like this. Okay, all over the world, not only in Malaysia, all over the world we source for things like this, so that we can bring in all these laptops, right? And then our team, our people, our friends, our customers can actually get such good looking laptops. Okay, the condition is pretty decent. Only some marks of glue here because I think they put a sticker here. You need to wipe it off, as well as here there was a sticker. I think you need to remove the residue glue, residue gum, right? So this is how well it looks like. Everything is nice and pristine. So this is there are two units here, L390. Okay, so the price, of course, the one that I've upgraded, the price has to increase. I cannot sell you upgraded laptop with 32 gig of RAM and 1 terabyte at the same price I'm selling the 16 gig and 256, because the upgrade itself costs a few hundred ringgit. So of course this particular unit will be a bit more pricier than that, but both of them are within the budget. With this 16 gig of RAM, you can already use it for 6 to 7 years. I don't foresee anyone having a need beyond 16 gig. For majority of the people, 90% of the people or 95% of the people, 16 gig is already like heaven. Okay, 32 gig is only for special cases that you are actually going to do some very high level advanced engineering modeling. Okay, and of course for that purpose you also will need a graphic card, okay, rendering, all those kind of things. I can't foresee anyone needing 64, but of course in the market you can even find up to 96 gigabyte of RAM. But from my own usage, I have units which are running 32 gig. I hardly can use up that much of RAM. Okay, no matter what I do. But this 32 gig is already like future secure yourself. You've got a lot of RAM. You can do whatever you want. And so this is 32 gig. That is 16 gig. We actually have 2 units. Right? We actually have 2 units for sale. So please contact me. Thank you very much.